But speaking of natural disasters, everyone listen. Have you heard of the alien ruins in China?
No.
There's this place, and it's called, just
pronounce it. You got
Mount Baigong.
Okay.
Baigong.
Mount
I'm
Baigong.
going to stick with that. Mount Baigong.
Yeah.
Cool.
Baigong.
That was his name-o.
Baigong. Mount Baigong. And it's in, I'm not going to even pronounce.
That was a good joke, right?
What did you say?
I said, and that was his name-o.
That's good.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry.
I was like, there's going to be at least one commenter that's going to hear it, so it'll be fine.
That's funny. That's good. But yeah, it's in this part of China that's so remote, and oh golly, you guys, I'm sorry. Qinghai, Qinghai.
I'm a visual learner.
Just do one for the.
Okay, Qinghai, China.
Boom.
Hey, that sounds good.
I liked it.
But this archaeologist from China, his name is Bei Yu. That's correct because I remember listening to his name.
Yeah,
also, I originally heard about this on the Y-Files, and then I went down the rabbit trail and read the actual article from Bei Yu.
Nice.
But he's an archaeologist from that region, and he went to this place in 1996 and was dumbfounded at what he saw. Because this place is like so remote, like no one goes to this place because it's like desolate and desert. But it's right next to these two lakes, and they call them the Sister Lakes or the Sweetheart Lakes. That's what they call them.
Okay.
And one lake is salt water, and one lake is fresh water, right next to each other. Super weird.
Okay.
But he said we came there, and he said there are no signs of life at all in the wide lake, and the sharp mountains are also lifeless, as if they have experienced a massive fire. It seems that the scenery here did not originate from Earth, but from another planet in outer space. And then he saw this mountain that was like triangular shape. Turns out it's man-made.
What?
And he goes to the cave entrance, which has a triangle door.
What?
Or an opening.
Illuminati.
And he goes in, and he discovers around this pyramid thing, and inside this pyramid, there's these iron pipes that are just like everywhere. And
How old is this thing?
He's saying he guesses, what did he say? He guessed like 150,000 years old.
Steel pipes?
Iron pipes. And he said when he first got there, he measured some of them, and some of them had the diameter of 18 inches.
Big.
And then some of them went as small as the diameter of a grain of rice.
What?
An iron pipe that was hollow through like a grain of rice size.
Also, how is that possible at that time?
Listen. And then he discovered another set of pipes that a full-grown human could walk through.
What?
And they would lead down to the lake. And so they tested the metal on these pipes.
Mm-hmm.
And 8% of the material of these pipes you cannot find on our periodic table.
It possesses like an element.
An element that does not exist on Earth or has not been discovered yet.
Can I chuck a little theory in here?
Sure.
So he said that I don't know. What if this area has suffered and is regrowing from like nuclear winter or something like that?
Ooh.
Yeah, it could be. He says what he observed, he says it looks like basically like a space station, because this part of China, the air is so thin and like there's like no moisture that like at nighttime, it's like one of the best places in China to like observe the stars and stuff.
Wow, cool.
But they also tested some of the pipes. What is that?
The pipes.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, cool. Wow.
Yeah. So they tested one of the pipes and
Wow.
they found basically, I forget the technical term for it, but it's quicklime. I don't know if you guys have ever heard of quicklime.
No.
But it is a conductor of energy. So basically, the Wi-Fi's guy said this, but if you pour 1 liter of water and combine it with 7 pounds of quicklime, it generates 3.5 million megajoules, which is the same amount of energy, or it's equivalent to a gallon of gas.
Wow.
And so some of these pipes were filled with it, and they would lead down to the lake. And so it's almost like this quicklime stuff in the pipes with the lake, it was producing energy to the pyramid.
Oh my goodness.
A lot of similarities.
And there's no answers to this? Like there's
no. And this is what he's saying. It's so remote and so hard to get to, and outside foreigners are not allowed to go into this region of China without a permit. And it's apparently really hard to get a permit.
Completely restricted.
Yeah. Not completely. It's just like it's really, really difficult to get out there.
Yeah.
But he said the similarities between this pyramid, there's so many similarities that match up with the pyramids in Egypt.
Oh, man.
And of it being like, because remember the theory we talked about, the pyramids basically being able to harness and distribute energy or electricity.
Yeah.
This thing is set up the exact same way, to where it's by a body of water. The pyramids are built over water. Like, so there's water like way down below the pyramids, or there was. And Tesla designed his Tesla tower the exact same way that the pyramids would have been built, in this pyramid with free energy. So it's like harnessing energy from the atmosphere.
And there's no way, like, there's something weird to that, because like, how does it all set up so different cultures, thousands of miles apart?
Yeah.
Oh, that's creepy, dude.
But sometimes I'm telling you, it's
That's such
like it goes back. It's all connecting.
That's an eerie place to be. I can't imagine, like just standing there. That'd be oof. That'd be scary, dude.
But quicklime too. Once the water evaporates, because they show a video of it, but like when you pour water into quicklime, it's like it's like just giving off some like heat.
Yeah.
And then when the water evaporates, the quicklime goes back to its original state.
So it's like a reusable form of energy.
Yes. And so, but it's also weird that there's a salt water lake and then a freshwater lake.
That's so weird. Like, how does that happen naturally?
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
And so it's like, because you use salt water for different reactions,
like
chemical reactions.
They need to put on a hazmat swimsuit if such a thing exists.
Yeah.
And they need to go dive those lakes and see if it's actually just a big pool.
Yeah.
There's concrete on the bottom of it.
Or there's something down there, yeah. But there's also rocks around this whole pyramid thing that are like standing up like super weird, and like it looks so unnatural. And that's why he was saying that looking at it and observing it, it looks like something not of this world.
Yeah.
That's so weird.
Yeah.
That's such an eerie thing to think about. Just like how old it is, how ancient it is, and the fact that there might have been a different, just like you said, a different reset or nuclear winter or something.
Well, it made me think of, I mean, just like we talked about, it's becoming part of every podcast now.
And we need to call it Nephilim or butterflies.
Yeah, for real. But I mean, the fallen angels, dude, like of like them teaching this technology. And you read of the stories from Plato talking about Atlantis and their technology that they possessed, and not even ancient Egyptians, but like before the Egyptians, with like the pyramids and the Sphinx. And like then you go over to South America and then to Wales and like just all these different places to where it's like there's a continuity or a that's right.
Yeah, like a recurring theme.
Yeah,
and like,
of just like around the entire world.
Yeah.
And it's just like, it's weird.
And go ahead.
The only way that we can rationalize that happening in every culture would be, I guess there's like 3 different avenues. Like one of them would be they're all being taught the same thing by one group of people, or they have the ability to travel and intermingle in a way that we don't see in our history books.
Yeah.
Or 3, pyramids are just a thing in human beings' minds. Are like, we got to make it triangular and like tall.
Yeah.
Which I don't see that happening.
Yeah, I don't either. There's too much.
And both 1 and 2 are so intriguing because it's like, what do we not know?
But even with like, because I mean, really, like in the vision of Ezekiel, where it talks about the angels coming to and fro from earth, and that they were traveling, it said, in a wheel within a wheel, and wherever the wheel went, the angel went. And I'm like, they didn't know how to describe a flying saucer or a UFO, you know? And it talked about the rims of these wheels that looked like that had eyes on it. I'm like, lights.
Yeah.
And, I don't know, man.
Yeah.
And it's like, so like, could this be a place where these fallen angels landed their stuff?
Yeah.
Because I mean, there's stone carvings in like the Mayans and Aztecs where it looks like these dudes are in like a spaceship, bro.
Yeah, man. And think about too what like their strategy would be. Like, why would fallen angels want to equip man with these resources and this knowledge? And it's because that's extremely displeasing to the Lord. Like, because
also they're surviving. like outside of their heavenly realm now. So it's like, so now they're doing whatever they want.
But they also want to be treated as gods.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, like they're because of their immense power
and with
knowledge.
that, with that knowledge, it comes power. Yeah.
And then, there's been people that speculate that these Nephilim and fallen angels, that's where you get like Greek mythology and like all this, what everything that we have is derived from fallen angels.
Yeah.
I don't know.
What if that bacteria is Nephilim bacteria?
Uh-oh.
And that's what's keeping them immortal.
Whoa.
That guy's like, man, I really want to build a pyramid right now.
Oh man, something inside of me.
The Santa Claus with Tim Allen, where he wakes up with a beard, but every morning he wakes up, he's like 5 inches taller.
Taller.